there's something interesting about these dates that many people don't talk about. You see, and when we talk about dates, there is a sense at which people always think that date is just mainly for using it for kind of maybe some people use it for Zubo, people use it for drinks or some kind of thing. But date is a very powerful fruit, and the sweetness of it, just the way bitter leaf can be used to change things. When somebody's having consistent promise and fail, you can use bitter leaf and have your bath, or just wash your feet, do a feet washing with bitter leaf, and that bitterness is extracted away. You know that the end product of bitter leaf in terms of its taste is sweet. When bitter leaf is eaten, you get, when it's chewed, there's a way at which in the mouth it changes into something very palatable, very sweet. There's the power of date as well in its sweetness. Date has a way of bringing in sweetness into a man, into a person's life. So when people are having maybe bad things around their lives, or they have been having promise and fail, bitterness, hatred, things are not going the way that they have always programmed or imagined it to be, you can just use dates, soak it in water, and use it to wash your feet. There are many things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, for me, I when you look at YouTube content, guys, they will always presume that this date is for when you want to last in bed and all of that. So for me, I'll presumably say that dates for me is for sexual satisfaction, stamina, and I've never heard this spiritual
aspect of it.
Part of it, which
plants, that's the beauty of God and nature. Nature can be used in different measures depending on what you want to achieve. Just the same way, like I mentioned, bitter leaf can be used to cook soup. People use it for food and meals and all those sort of stuff. So there is an aspect of date. That is, if you are now using it for Ayurvedic, or you are using it for herbalism, maybe you want to, like you talked about, sexual enhancement. There's also an aspect of dates that you can prepare for a woman who is having, there are many things people sell now. They say is this thing they sell to enhance a woman's sweetness and a whole lot of stuff.
That's sweetness.
Yeah, those kind of kaya, those kind of stuff like that. So they'll say if you use this one for to be sweet for your husband, for your partner. The truth is that dates itself naturally can give you the greater. You see, dates and watermelon. We don't want to go into that discussion today. But you see, date and watermelon, it's one of the greatest sweetener you can ever use.
Do you mean eating it or mixing it up?
Yeah. No, just blend it with watermelon. Dates and watermelon.
Wow.
Then if you want to finish up the sweets, you see the subject you're bringing. If you want to finish up, you just add a little bit of pineapple, but not pineapple itself. The back, real.
Okay.
The skin, so to say. You just boil it, then you blend the watermelon, mix it together. Drink it.
Blend the watermelon with the seed, or you have to remove the seed?
No, you can remove. The fact is that watermelon seed is actually very, very powerful. You see, even it's ring is the back. It's actually, that green part of it, it's also very powerful. But for that other aspect of enhancement, sweetener, if you do that, but another thing, you must also understand that it is our system, our body. Some people's body is different.
True.
There are many persons, they can drink so many things, and the more they drink, the more bitter they become. And there are many men, the more they take all these things, the more on stamina, so to say, that they become.
True.
Yeah. But the spiritual aspect of it is actually what we are talking about. We're talking about the virtue that God has given to it as it relates to potency, making things transformative potency of this element as it relates to our lives. You said so. Beyond the, I'm always careful not to go into talking about that the other side of it.
No. It's all right, but we just know that for everyone, not everybody's looking for a spiritual advice. Some people are looking for a physical advice. So when you see a physical advice, you grab it with your 2 hands. And I, from what I deduce from all of your episodes, I've always seen that every plant. There is something implanted into it.
True.
You get, meaning this is a leaf, it has its name, it has what it does. Let's assume as I'm coming for an official work and I have my job description. So every leaf planted, everything planted, so long it germinated from the soil, it has what its benefits are.
True.
And you always said a lot of stuffs, but I believe that a lot of persons don't usually see these things, because like now this date you explained about the spiritual part, you talked about the bitter leaf, how you could use it to remember your dreams and other things to chase evil spirits away and all of those things. But some people unconsciously, they have those things in their house. Would they still work?
That's to you. The ones they have. If
they have it in their house and they're just there, the belief system, knowing is what makes something work. Potent rather. So if I do not know about the thing, would it still be potent? Would it still do its work? Because if the leaf naturally chases witches away, or whatever object.
Not date, so that's, you're talking generally.
I'm saying general now, so in converse of general. So if I have this plant, and so about this plant, that this plant helps chase or prevent negativity. And to me now, I just have it in my house. Unknowing, maybe I bought it in the market. I love this. I love the smell of this or I like this plant, and I just have it in my house. Would it still work?
So yes and yes to an extent, and no to an extent. Yes, I'll start with yes because so there are plants that God had already created them. All you need to do is take them and keep them. They will do their work. In spirituality, we call such plant crastor. Crastor are plants that you say self-made. You see, they don't need any attachments for the potency in their work to come alive. For instance, now let me show you. The scent leaf is very good for the detoxification of your system, both physically and spiritually. For instance, when someone has pile, you boil the scent leaf and just sit on it, the steam of it, and you take off your clothes and just sit on the steam. It has a way of pushing back that pile, you see. Then there is also the process at which just applying that, including scent leaf into your meal. See, some places in Africa, when women are pregnant, and maybe women will just put to birth, they make some pepper soup with scent leaf, and there's another one, Prekese. Ghanaians call it Prekese. Indian fruit, mix it, those things. So naturally, he does his work. He doesn't need too much attachment. Those are some of those kind of plants. So if you get hold of such kind of plant, let's say for instance now, you have such plants that has the ability to chase away negativity, which is bad negativity, and it's like a flower to you. You just like it. You drop it. Naturally, it will be working.
Because you didn't have to mix anything.
No, because it's self-made.
Okay.
It has been, nature has been organized. Nature is organized there are 9